Black history spans the full length of human history, from the first people to leave Africa to the present day. Across that time, there have been empires, discoveries, movements, and figures that shaped the course of events on every continent. A lot of that history does get covered. What tends to get left out is the context, the conditions that produced it, the connections between events, and the people whose contributions set the stage for what came after. That's what this channel is here to do. Most Black history content works within a familiar frame, a specific country, a specific era, the figures and events that appear most often in the curriculum. That content exists for good reason, and a lot of it is valuable. What it doesn't always have room for is the wider picture. The civilizations that predate much of what gets called ancient history. The figures who operated across multiple continents. The events that only make full sense when you know what came before them and what they made possible afterward. History moves in chains. One event creates the conditions for the next. One person's work gets carried forward by someone who came later. That connective tissue is often where the most important context lives, and it's what tends to get compressed or dropped entirely. Black history doesn't begin in one country, and it doesn't stay there. It runs through Africa, the Americas, Europe, and beyond, across centuries and across almost every major chapter of world history. The name of this channel reflects that. Covering this history properly means following it wherever it goes, across whatever borders it crossed. Not treating it as a subset of another country's story, but tracing it on its own terms, as a continuous thread running through human history from the beginning. That means ancient kingdoms and medieval empires. It means the diaspora, how communities formed and built across vastly different parts of the world. It means resistance movements, scientists, political figures, military leaders, and writers whose work shaped events long after their own time. The United States is a significant part of that story and will be covered in depth here. But it sits within something larger. The goal is to give both the detail and the context, so that each person or event makes sense not just on its own, but as part of the longer chain. When context gets left out of history, the gaps don't stay empty. They tend to get filled in with assumptions about who contributed what, about where ideas came from, about which parts of the past belong to everyone and which parts get treated as footnotes. A lot of what this channel covers isn't less known because it's less important. It's less known because it didn't fit the frame of what usually gets taught. The aim here is straightforward: cover it properly, connect it accurately, and let the full picture speak for itself. If that's the kind of history you're looking for, you're in the right place.